Greetings, Keechlings. Keech Prime here with my live reaction of My Hero Academia, Chapter 282. But this series seems to be the most appropriate for this sad bit of news. I found out on Twitter late last night that the Black Panther actor, Chadwick Boseman, has passed away from colon cancer that apparently he has been secretly fighting for the last 4 years. Hardly anyone knew. That's sad. And this hits even harder considering the last movie of the Marvel franchise I've seen, he literally got snapped away. Because I'm not caught up with the movies, please no spoilers, but I only have 3 more to go. It just kind of hits harder. It just, oh, Lord. He was a good actor. I'm going to have to watch some of his other movies because he's been in quite a few, I have to say. And some of them sound like they could be interesting. So, but yeah, you came for the My Hero. So, let's see here. Also, another note of interest. Gran Torino is probably dead. I mean, he's an old man. He got smashed heavily to the ground by a super strength enhanced individual after his leg had basically been ripped off. So, yeah. I think I was just hopeful that he would at least survive and maybe pass on some final words of wisdom, or that he could at least, be healed up enough to live a decent enough life and just retire from hero work. But people are saying, like, no, he gone. So, yeah. So, just all the heroes are falling, aren't they? Also, Deku, I think, is becoming the Hulk. Might be one of the other quirks that he has coming. But I'm thinking the way that it was kind of like the thought bubbles and stuff, it was like all black, like shadowy. So maybe that's one of the that either the second or the third user that we don't know about. Maybe that's their quirk. That could be interesting. Yeah. Also, the bullets, or were they vials? I'm not sure. But yeah. Getting into the chapter now, Shigaraki's even more agile, or becoming more agile. I need to make sure he stays immobile with Black Whip. Okay, so picking up right where it left off, he's kind of wrapping him up. Though what is he doing with his arm? If we can tend to Gran Torino's wounds as soon as possible. Yeah, so Ryokyu, is that her thoughts, or is that Deku's thoughts? I mean, to be honest, they're probably all thinking that. It's like, hey, he's been a veteran hero for longer than most of us have been alive. So it's like, we owe it to try and save him. So, but, there's the, it is a bullet. Okay. This is new. We got 100% Wyoming smash. So it's like a overhead smash. Okay, cool. And Deku apparently just does not care about the damage that it's going to cause to his body. I assume this is due to the, like, give into the rage, let it fuel you kind of sensation that voice was telling him last chapter. So, yeah. And the title is called Footsteps of Destruction. Is it Deku's destruction? Does Shigaraki get out of this? Oh, Lord, no. Well, something just got obliterated. I think it was the bullet. Who did it? It looks kind of fiery. Oh, it was Bakugo. Okay, I can see him. And so, yeah, he took out the bullet. So, but how many were there? There was like, what, 5? 3 to 5, I think. So, but how would he, like, would he just, like, hold it and pierce it into the body? Or would he do like Raditz from the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, where the farmer, after the capsule had arrived on Earth with Raditz in it, and the farmer comes to investigate, and he shoots him when he comes out, but Raditz just catches the bullet, and he just flicks it back at him, killing him. So, Yeah, is he going to do that? I mean, he has the strength to do that, so it would be like having a pistol at that point. Um, so yeah, everyone's kind of like with Endeavor's still going, which I'm still worried that he's going to, have his quirk annihilated because like I can just imagine what that's going to be like. We just lost, All Might not all that long ago, not death wise, but as a hero. And then Endeavor takes the role, but then he's not able to be a hero anymore. And we lost Hawks recently. So it's like, or is he dead? Well, he's horribly injured, so if anything, he's probably not going to be able to be a hero if he does survive the burning that um, Dobby gave him. So yeah, you've got like all of these high-ranking heroes that have been taken out. You have Mirko just a little while back, losing an arm and her legs and torso being horribly damaged. So it's like, is she going to be a hero anymore? It's like there's a lot of the top ranks that are just being taken out, and I'm not happy about that. Okay, Shigaraki, he's just going nom on that arm of Deku's. As it stands, I feel like I'm unstoppable. These passions, dreams, and convictions of mine are keeping me going. Oh, someone got hit by a bullet. Who got hit by the... I can't tell because all of them have freaking black clothing on, so it's like, it could have been Manuel, it could have been Aizawa, or it could have been Lockrock. Which one is it? Oh no, based on the position of that leg and the boot, it was Aizawa. Oh, fuck. A bullet? Thanks, Ryukyu. What? So he's got a knife out, which is... He's never had one of those before. And now he's thinking of Eri? It's thanks to you that I can deal with this swiftly and rationally. What? Is it because he's been interacting with her so much, behind the scenes, that he's maybe immune to the effects? Or he's able to negate them a little bit? Let's see here. So, but dang, that leg looks gnarled. Did he lose it? It looks like it's gone, or it's about to fall off in this one panel. I'll say it again. You're pretty cool, Eraser. What? However, my admiration doesn't trump your impeding fate. Okay, so that's Shigaraki talking. And then just a big old burst. So was that Bakugo and Endeavor coming about, or is that Shigaraki's doing? The Shockwave's knockback. Oh, okay, so that was Shigaraki. Okay. It's sometimes hard to tell. But now Deku, he's still got Black Whip activated, which, to be honest, like, the amount of control he has with Black Whip nowadays is just astonishing. So, I dare say he might actually master that one long before he masters One for All. So, yeah. Also, he's looking kind of evil in this. Like, he's got the one coming off of his right arm, but then he's got the other whip, like, swirling around his left. So, okay. So the Shockwave is kind of... Oh, no. Oh, no. Shigaraki is coming into Aizawa. Oh, God. Oh, no. Finally, this losing game is over. He's touched his face! Shigaraki, don't you fucking do this. The kids need this man. Well, what just happened to your face? Like, what is this art style? It looks like someone just shredded half of his face off, or all of his face. I don't know. Oh. Todoroki? Is Todoroki finally arriving? I would assume so because it's not the ice dude, whose name I never can remember. What was it? Geeton? Geeton? So yeah, he wouldn't be attacking Shigaraki, obviously, so it has to be Todoroki. Okay. Yep, Todoroki has arrived. Sensei! Him. The kid who had been following after them. Okay, so Shigaraki knew? Interesting. And okay. Frickin' Deku coming in, gonna bash on Shigaraki now. I think he's grabbed his arm? Or his leg? To be honest, this is a very awkward position. I like how he's kind of doing something that I actually predicted that he would do. In his power-up video, I said that he would use Black Whip as like a bracer kind of thing. And because his left arm had already been kind of like damaged a little bit from earlier in all of this, he's wrapped it in Black Whip, like I mentioned earlier, but I thought that was more to protect it, which is kind of what yeah. So another prediction or thing confirmed for me. Cool. But I'm just too enthralled in what's going to happen to Aizawa. Like, was he saved? Or is it too late? I'm the way that the decay works, I'd say he's very well possibly on his way out. Just a big ol' smash as the ice is now being shattered about because that's what Todoroki sent in there. Okay, they've got Aizawa. Manuals with them. Eraserhead. Sensei. What is his face? I can't really tell what's wrong with his face. After you protect him, then what? Even if you so desperately try to delay it. The only thing that awaits you is destruction. Okay, so... Good lord, man. Okay. The fact that we're seeing now the fully shirtless Shigaraki here, kind of giving me Deku vibes. Because you know how Deku, with all the surgeries and stuff that have had and healing that's been done on his arms, this is kind of the same thing. Also, kind of has like this weird bit over here on the, like, his side. Kind of reminds me of All Might. So it's like, kind of weird. So yeah, with those words, the decay has already taken hold, didn't it? Okay, back in the city. I can't get in touch with Todoroki-kun, seriously. Okay, so Tenya and them have been trying to contact them after I think we saw him rushing off, but I can't quite remember. While they've been doing evacuation. After he insisted he'd go bring those troublemakers back to safety. Seems like he's out of range of our communications. How? Like, we're talking about a world where people have super intelligence and shit, and it's like all this fantastical technology that the heroes can use, and it's like they can't make like a countrywide communication device. Weird. I mean, it could be from the radio wave jamming thing that Shigaraki made. I would say that's the thing. But anyway, so but it was Suyu that said that, and now we got Uraka. We should head over there too, shouldn't we? Whoa, hold on. Who's this dude? Wait. What is the news talking about? Okay, so they're just citizens, and they're, like, just kind of freaking out. What's happening in this country? Please turn it up. Okay, so Tenya's like, we want to hear this, too. Oh, look, it's the Hellboy anchorman. There's bzz within the nearby vicinities. Bzz. Please begin to evacuate immediately. Bzz. I repeat, there is currently an enormous villain. An enormous? Oh, he's talking about Giganto. heading northward through Wakayama Prefecture and Gunga Prefecture in a straight path from Kyoto to Jaku. These are the following cities he's expected to pass through: Mino City, Carcoon City, Nivaro City, Hondo City, Moss City, Horus City, Cloud City. Okay, now the names have like totally passed like anything that sounds Japanese at all. Because isn't Cloud City from frickin' Star Wars? Let's see here. Karida City, Calamari City, Sinara City, Stupid Bug, Stupid Bug City, How City, and Zero City. Oh, it's still going on. Like, good lord. We're just seeing the destruction of his path. Oh, so many heroes that have fallen. Well, we only see 2, but I'm sure there's more. Shido City, Anoto City, Diheno City. Now I'm just adding inflection to city for some reason. Auto City. Good lord. How many names that I can't even pronounce? Asaluda City, Nabato City, Kawa City, and Kohira City. Or Hera City. Weren't nearly all the heroes assigned to this mission? Oh shit. So Rock is thinking of what's going on and oh no, he in the city. Oh, he big man in the city now. Weird. He's put his jaw, it's flapped up to cover his face. So is he just going purely on instinct or like super sensory abilities or something? And he's just beelining it. It's like, screw it, I'm blind. You know, I don't know. And there's people still in this city. Like, he's been traveling a long way. Like, if he's just booking it through these cities that quickly, and it's only been like, what? Less than an hour since, you know, he fought the kids and everything. So it's like, yeah, that's... there's a lot of areas that have not known to evacuate or were never instructed to. So he is like a walking disaster at this point. And he's just wrecking cities and killing God knows how many people. Because there's quite a few people there, because I can see a few here on these balconies. And there's probably people on that commuter train. And then there's a few people here on the street, in these shops probably. So yeah, this is a fully, you know, everyday kind of city that's, you know, hustling and bustling, and he's about to wreck house like he's done so many times before. Oh boy. And that was the end of the chapter, actually. Okay. Gran Torino, probably dead. They were trying to be hopeful, like if we could get him help, which, I mean, it makes sense. He's a veteran hero, as I mentioned before, so they would obviously want to honor him the best they could by getting him the help they can, but Shigaraki ain't having none of that. It's like, you want to help an ally? Hold my beer. Let's wreck this even worse. By shooting Aizawa. But Aizawa's little, you know, monologue there just doesn't add up. So is he, like, because he's, maybe they've been doing some stuff with Eri to, like, maybe counterbalance her powers, so, because, like, they knew about the Cork Annihilation bullets. I mean, with Mirio, the way he ended up. So they know about the bullets. They know she's the source of them. So it's like, yeah, we're going to try and find some countermeasures. So maybe he can, maybe because it's derived from her quirk, he can kind of negate its effects even in bullet form for a short time, is my understanding. Or he's built up a tolerance to her powers. I don't know. Like, as soon as he started, maybe, like, he was like, okay, Eri, hit me with a small burst of your powers. If And she's like, no, Mr. Eraserhead, Mr. Aizawa, why would you want me to do that? You could die. And then he's like, don't worry, if I feel like I'm in any pain or whatever, I will negate it with my powers. And it's like, okay. And then she hits him, and he's like, okay, I'm holding strong, holding strong. I can make this last 5 seconds. Okay, gotta cancel it. And then, something like that, Maybe that's it. I don't really know. It's very confusing. We'll definitely need more to how that worked, if we do, because he very well might be dead by next chapter, because the way that Shigaraki was saying is that it's like that, your fate is sealed, basically. So, yeah. So unless Deku gets some kind of healing quirk or whatever, we very well might have lost Aizawa as well. Losing too many good heroes. I mean, how many other bullets he got at this point? It didn't seem like he was holding anymore, but, I mean, the fact that he's able to fight while, with having them in his hands at all is, in itself a marvel, so, But yeah. I don't know how this is going to work out. Like, I'm thinking once all this happens, and if Endeavor gets taken out or whatever, we're definitely going to have a time skip. Like, a massive time skip. Because, like, we're probably going to see city just being decimated all over the country, if not going into other countries and continents. And then it's like, in all of this time, the students are just training the best they can, like, to try and stop the ever-looming threat that is Shigaraki. So, yeah. I see no other way around it, because, like, they can't do anything to him in his present state. The only other thing I could, and it's something I've said before, is if Deku could, like, if the vestiges and former users would actually, like, okay, boy, we're about to give you 100% of all of our quirks and power. It's like, we can only maintain this for a very short time, so you have to take him out in that time, because we can't do this again. Or we may not be able to do this, like, all the time. And it's like, and plus we don't know what the effects would be on your body, to just have all this power thrust upon you and like that. So it's like, is that how this is going to play out? Or not? Like I said, I don't know. I don't see any other ways other than having a time skip and things just get worse in the midterm, and then they come back strong as, full-fledged heroes by that point, because they'll probably be a bit older by that point, of course, it being a time skip, depending on how long it is, of course. Or Deku gets full access to all of his powers for a short time and is able to fend off or do something to Shigaraki that keeps him at bay, or contains him for a good long while until he eventually resurfaces. So, I don't know. But, yeah, this was a very harrowing chapter, and comes into some dark things to come. Losing heroes, losing this big battle, and Shigaraki is hardly fazed at all by it, while cities are just being destroyed in the background. So it's like, yeah. But as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things that you'd like to see in the future. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Links down below for all my social media so that you can stay up to date on my content and also have ways to contact me. I stream on, I already said that, part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quiche-lings. Things are going to get worse. Much, much worse.